look like on the reg, like your answer's just like, oh yeah, we did this.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so for gross profits, that whole thing, when you asked us about our sales, I didn't mean to like.
Oh,
say
yeah.
that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you covered it well. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
You
yeah,
said
you
that,
did.
man.
Because I don't know, I was using the wrong term when I was
Yeah.
talking,
Mhm.
because I wanted to like, kind of make it seem that we were growing
Yeah.
as a company and like
Mhm.
that we were taking cost of that.
Yeah.
And that this is the sensible next step for our company because we.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't think we can give them a 50% off
No.
on this
No,
price.
we can't.
Especially if they're making us, sell to only them. I don't
That's what I'm
really
saying.
care how much they buy initially.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't really matter. I mean, it does. but
Yeah.
not
It does,
really.
but it doesn't. I think
Yeah.
that's
We have
really
to try it.
important.
We have
It's
to
not a very even trade.
Yeah, we have
No.
to try and like get that back, I think with the contract, like, because that's.
That's what I was
important
thinking,
to
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Alright.
Are
If
we
we come all the way
willing to
down to
stop?
2,
Yeah.
then it means like, even if we can meet them at 40, ideally at 30, so I think we should
Yeah.
start
That's
on
what I'm
30.
saying, yeah, let's do that, and then we can meet in the middle at 40.
Like, if you guys meet us at 30, then we'll meet you at your at,
Yeah,
Two.
that makes more
Yeah.
sense.
and then it's a matter of, the maintaining, we're already coming down from 20 down to 10, and then they're just upping the purchase amount from
Exactly.
110 to 100 whatever.
Yeah, that's not as important for
No,
like a long-term margin.
no, exactly.
But then, exclusivity, they pretty much just came out and said, like, our suggestion of like the, dual exclusivity,
Yeah.
they just agreed to it right
Mhm.
away. So we can almost like
Yes,
move
that
on
one's
to
good.
that, yeah.
Yeah, the exclusivity is good.
How did we leave off at advertising?
I started talking to it and then they kind of switched.
Because we had that lined up kind of with contract.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Erin say that she'd be willing to do our ask for advertising if it
The
met
co-op?
the exclusivity?
Yeah,
And then they also said, not only that for exclusivity, but that they would also give us our exclusivity. So
Exactly.
we pretty much got 2 for 1.
right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so, in terms of what we agreed on, so they said yes to our optimal advertising. And they like, that.
Oh, what did you say?
Wait, so do we wanna, are we willing to not, sell our products through Amazon? Is that,
Yeah,
oh, we are, okay, so whatever, right?
Yeah, so that's where we
Okay.
need
That's
these
the
higher.
exclusivity.
Yeah.
margin.
So, yeah, we can really push that, be like, we are stopping one of our main, obviously, our only.
Our
Our
bestseller.
bestseller.
So then they'll all come to you guys. They'll all
But
come
what
to
we
you.
need is, since we're dropping that, we need you guys to come meet us halfway.
You're
with
saying
stuff.
you guys a lot. Be careful.
I
Am
know.
I?
No,
I feel like
I,
I'm.
No, he
oh, he
was.
is? I am too.
I'm saying.
I'm
I
bad
say
at
you
that.
guys a
He
lot.
said,
I was-
that seemed like on his sheet. to me.
Yeah.
0 of us,
I tried saying like you all. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't like to say I'm like you
yeah.
all.
five, yeah.
Yeah,
I was thinking of, so once they kind of come back in, laying out like our idea and how we see it in terms of like inventory, price, and contract.
Okay.
So they already, our initial plan is to like negate contract with advertising,
Yeah.
and then they just like gave us the advertising with their exclusivity along with our exclusivity.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna say, if we,
So we got exclusivity, that one's good,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so we're good with
Pretty
that.
much, we just have to confirm with them. I
we
think.
should,
Yeah.
I think we're good with that one.
we should lay it out to them that we, like, that the inventory amount right now is pretty non-essential.
Yeah, it's not like a big.
We should also-
rush.
And we shouldn't expose that the contract length isn't a major
Right.
issue for us,
Yeah.
but that is,
That's something we're willing to.
Why?
well, I think the
Yeah.
big trade-off is the contract length and the price.
right, and that should be, I don't know if they're seeing it like that.
No, and I'm just gonna say, like, if we're gonna come down from 20 down to 10
I guess
for
if they don't
inventory,
sell,
Yeah.
maybe,
then
we
it
lose,
makes
like,
sense that you guys would give us, for active inventory,
Mhm.
it makes sense that you guys would take on a little bit more in terms of the inventory that you purchase, and then regarding price and contract.
Yeah, come on in. Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun.
No big deal, we
This
have
is
what,
fun.
40 minutes left,
Yeah,
so
just to,
how's it tracking?
reiterate where we left off.
Yep.
So we were at that I think we're still at 110, 50%. When it was the 30-day, so of our 90-day return policy, you guys took the first 30 days. Still covering shipping. Or did we?
No, they said that they would pay for the shipping until it got to our store. Is that what it is?
I think, yeah, that was
Yeah.
something we wanted to go back and touch on since we didn't get 30 days
Okay.
of return.
Just kind of
Yeah,
touch
let's
on
go
what
back.
we talked about when we took a break. So the way that we kind of saw it, just regarding inventory, price, and contract length, because I know that those are the three things that you guys found really important. Yeah, so, we appreciate that you were able to come down on your inventory, active inventory from our ask of 20,000 down to 10,000. And we just kind of thought that it would be a fair trade-off in terms of that, then to bulk up the, overall purchase inventory. So like kind of around like that 110 range.
110 or 120 maybe?
Yeah, and then we were thinking because the margins are really tough, we had mentioned when you had thrown out the 70% off that we're actually like losing money at that, and so the margin of selling it to you guys at 30% off is really important to us, and so if it means that we really come down on the contract length for us to get that 30% off and selling to you, that's something that we'd be open to.
Well, actually,
So
Alex ran some
I ran
numbers.
some numbers, and you guys are making, if we went with 60%, you'd have a 4.6 profit per, alright? And that would give us wiggle room to make income as rent requires that we're gonna sell our entire inventory the first year, correct? So, how does 60%, so 40%, and 130,000 for the purchase amount at 3 to 4 years?
So, I think he was just touching on it, and,
Wait,
we
so we
rate,
get it, so you at 60% reduction?
They get 60% off.
yeah,
Oh,
60% off.
You guys, and then one thing that we kind of want to touch on as well is, if since you guys were kind of saying that we should stop with Amazon, that's one of our biggest sellers, obviously, and we're the #1 projector, so if we're gonna be cutting ties
Just
with
selling
them and just selling with you guys, we want to really make sure our margins are good, because obviously Amazon is.
Alright.
Yes, that's something else that I wanted to touch on as well. If you were willing to completely remove yourself from Amazon, we would be willing to cover advertising costs.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, that's.
yeah,
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty
That
good.
was my interest.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Okay, so, let's go back to the three we were talking, you mentioned at 60%, and you guys wanted the 3-4 year contract at 110,000 inventory, or was that what you?
And we could move up to 100.
Okay, I think that we should, inventory size to us right now isn't as big as an issue, like, if you guys are gonna buy anything 100,000 plus, it doesn't do much for us if you guys are adding another 10,000, 20,000, if you guys are asking for such a high, percentage off on the price,
Yeah.
margin on the price. So you guys, came back in and offered 60% as opposed, increased to 10 from what we, kind of were tentatively having. We were coming in and also moving the other way. So you guys came in and offered 60, we came in and offered 30. So I think this is essentially the main issue that we're gonna have to kind of tackle. So I think what we should try and do is we should whoever ends up gaining, if you guys you're opening with 7, whoever's 30, whoever, like if we're talking about the advertising expenses, you guys will be willing to pay for that if we do that. If, that's, a little bit more of a, better trade for us, you guys are giving us a little bit more than we're giving up for that. So that would help you guys in the price, as far as the price for the profit, so it moves from, 50 to 55. But we still think that this profit margin to make, in order for us to, really get, the best out of this deal, that we have to try and keep minimizing that price. And I think you guys are kind of stuck with the inventory, and keep buying the purchase amount keeps increasing, how many you guys are buying, you keep going from 100, 110, 120. That's not really our big, I think we should talk about contract length and potentially keep moving that one down as opposed to keeping the inventory and purchasing.
In regarding to the trade-off of price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys, like, we'd be willing to do a shorter contract as long as you guys were willing to,
Meet us halfway with the price.
yeah, come even further down on the price from our initial 50%. We were thinking even lower than 50%.
So 50% of the initial one for a short contract.
That was what we kind of had, our ideal, what we would like
Just
to
to
do.
drop down 6 year just slightly, but yeah, if we were gonna drop it down significantly, like say if we were to meet you guys all the way at what you opened with at 2 years, we'd be willing to drop it all the way down to 2 years, we just would have to get, make that up significantly in terms of what we're signing to you in terms of percent off.
Mhm.
Yeah, 'cause ideally we want 30%, we would give you 30%.
30% off.
Yeah.
So we'd be willing to do a 2-year contract if you guys would be willing to give us the 30% off on the sales price. Yeah.
It's too low. I think.
Yeah, and it's obviously
Yeah.
negotiable.
What do you-
How about 3-4 years for 35% off?
Again, we need to look at that upper 50s range for something like that.
Okay.
Mhm.
How
Yeah.
important is contract length for you, for Home Depot?
It's not just obviously because of the resources we have, it's not a big deal. I mean, obviously you want guarantee that we're gonna be working with you for
Right.
however long. I guess another thing to consider as well is, though, I mean, if we're not exclusive, like exclusivity doesn't have to be for the entire duration of the contract. Maybe it's a 4-year contract, but for the first 2 years of the contract or something, it's
Mhm.
exclusively.
Yeah.
Something else that we could even discuss is, you wean off Amazon within the first year or two.
Yeah.
So you can be on Amazon, but or even vice versa, off Amazon, and as the
Mhm.
contract goes,
So
depending.
you want that higher 50-60 margin,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but we're willing to go